Hello, Falcon fans. It is a Tuesday and we are officially into football season. So, first news, in case you have not heard, Roddy White will be the next inductee as the Falcons Ring of Honor. And this will take place on December 8th in the Carolina Panthers game, hosted obviously down in Atlanta. So super excited for Roddy, well deserved, and also excited to know the game already because I'm like, got one game outfit already picked out. I'll be wearing my Roddy jersey. So be on the lookout for that because I will be posting videos from that, pictures, videos, everything, and have a recap of that ceremony. Warwick Dunn was the last one, so he was 10th, so Roddy's the 11th guy, so I was there for Warwick's, and it's super awesome. I was like, bring the tissues, because I will be ready to tear up. And Roddy was actually tricked today into coming to the facility and finding out what was going on by Michael Jenkins and Matt Ryan, and said he was going to be there for something else, and then they told him, and then he called his mom. He was so excited, and she was super excited too, and of course everybody has nothing except awesome things to say about Roddy. So congratulations to Roddy White, the 11th Falcon going into the Ring of Honor. I mean, those are some big names. Obviously Warwick, Deion Sanders, Gerald Riggs, Jesse Tuggle, Steve Barkowski, tons of great guys, Tony Nobis, over the years, so super excited about that. So mandatory minicamp started technically, I guess, yesterday because they had their check-ins, which were your check-in, physicals, all this kind of stuff, and then today we actually had practices and stuff start. So to calm the drama before it starts, everybody was there. Julio, Debo, Grady, Vic, everybody. Julio and Debo will not be participating in the practices this week on field. It's just 3 days, but they will not be participating because of lingering foot injuries. Debo, was out last season and came back, so I guess they're kind of still checking that. Julio always has something, but he's always fine during the game. So I just want to make sure everybody's good by then. They did note that 10 guys did not participate. And if you try, you can start guessing who some of those are. Obviously, like Rico and Kiki will not be full participating. Desmond Trufant is not there, but he's been excused. I was going to say dismissed. He's been excused with a non-identified personal issue, so not getting into any of that. But he is the only one. If you hear anything about Desmond not being there or Isaiah Oliver getting so many more reps, that's why, because Desmond is not there. But this has given a lot of these guys, all these rookies and new free agents to the Atlanta Falcons, a lot of extra time for all these guys to get checked out and seen and do their thing. Austin Hooper also is dealing with a slight foot injury, so like I said, you get that. Now we're up to 5 guys that you can kind of figure, and then like I said, a couple others just injury, either rehabbing or different stages of rehab, basically. Ooh. Sorry. That was fun, right? A little earthquake. Anyway, so everybody else is great. Devontae Freeman, he is still 100. Everybody said everything good about him in OTAs. That has not changed. His energy, his power, his energy on the field is just infectious because Free's like a little kid. He's just like, or a big kid, regular. So we expect him to still be 100, but his feel and vibe is just contagious and really just lighting up everybody. So that's really awesome. So like I said, note, he is not one of the 10 that is not participating in on-field activities this week. They had a lot of mixes at the O-line today with new guys, old guys, definitely mixing all around. I think the most stable thing they had, obviously Alex Mack at center. I know they'll start working some people out for that backup spot just in case. But Alex at center and at left guard literally just lost it. Jake Matthews, I can see the whole family and I could not think of anything. But him and Jake Matthews are about the only consistent thing they really have, and everybody else is like moving around. Again, we've just had OTAs. We're into mini camp. Training camp will really be where you'll see some of that. But Dan Quinn is very high on Chris Lindstrom. Said he worked out a lot today on pass protection, and he is really good. Like he said, he had tons of good things to say about him. Calvin Ridley was fully jetting around, and he and Sanu both look excellent, in even better shape. I know Sanu works out all the time. He's always doing stuff. So both of those guys look great. DQ was asked who are kind of the standouts. Obviously, it's day one. He kind of threw back a little bit to last week, but really called out Deidre Sanat, Ben Kirk getting a lot of time. All of a sudden, they're really looking good today. So kudos to those guys. We've had lots of turnover at coaches and players this year that's very different from a year ago. So with so many faces, you have to really fast track some of those relationships, obviously. But many are already built. They're on the field, off the field, which obviously always helps on the field. But a lot of these guys are getting really tight, so that in brotherhood is already working. Rashid Hageman, he's back. So excited for Rashid. I've met him, and he's super nice dude. He's really getting that opportunity. He knows he's getting this. This is a huge opportunity. Been out a year. He'll, miss some games at the beginning of the year, but he's really working and really getting after it. DQ even talked about him today, some about getting under people. So Rashid's really going to take advantage of this opportunity and knows, get his best foot forward. He really knows what he's got here. So Greg Knapp noted how much he missed Matt and his accuracy. He's like, you don't really appreciate it as much when you're coaching him or when you've seen him because you're so used to him being accurate, but being gone and then now back, he's like, I really appreciate that about Matt Ryan. And Dirk Cutter and Matt are already back fully in sync. They've met some in the off season, talked about what they both learned while they were apart. Now they're back in, super excited. Julio, of course, is excited to have Cutter back because he knows how to get him the ball and has a lot of good playing time under him as well. And Julio was coaching on the sideline today, and not just the wide receivers, because obviously Calvin's second year, he can take some help and all that Alabama talk. But Sanu clearly needs some help. But he's not only coaching up the receivers, he's coaching up other offense, different things he sees. He's been in the league obviously a while, so he can tell you different things he sees as a fellow player and see how people react, especially new guys or rookies, how they react to that. And the help and the information, and really learn from current longtime player. And, of course, with one of the changes, we had a new special teams coordinator, and they're supposed to be super aggressive this year. So we also have a lot of change with that, of waiting to see. We had several returners, just haven't been able to get that. The return game is good, as the coverage of that, I feel like, has been really good and consistent in the past years. Free agent Marcus Green, he was out for one of the OTAs, and he was back, and now he's back to full speed, just had a little tweak. He is back to full speed, looking really good, really fast. Others competing, of course, Justin Hardy still, Kendall Sheffield, the corner from the rookie corner, and some of the new running backs, because we have a stable of running backs between who's going to be running back or fullbacks or return guys, and then work their way in. So clearly, to me, without seeing these guys, of course, like I said, heard tons of good stuff about Olsen already, but clearly Ito is a standout from last year. His playing time, got good experience and everything, so hopefully, that second spot is going to be deep. But like I said, we may turn some guys into fullbacks. You never know what's going to go on there or how many we'll end up keeping. Now, DQ quoted early this season, early at the end of the last season or something, that Vic will either love him or hate him in the spring. So now it's turned into minicamp, and minicamp will turn into training camp. And Vic knows what he needs to work on. And it sounded like, if you dissect what Dan Quinn was saying, is, he watches the heck out of film. He gives everybody their detailed list of things they need to fix. That it really sounded like Vic only had one thing. It's a major thing, but it's one thing to fix. So learn a specific move, get there all the time. And he also has been tweaking some techniques for Tack and Vic as well. I feel like I don't realize that Tack was that much of a disappointment, that everybody else seems to talk about it more. Yeah, they were both first-round picks. I get that. The money, the first-round pick, and everything like that. I just feel like they're not, to me, as disappointing as, they said. But Tack has been noted to look really good. He's in better shape, slimmed down some, and is, eager to go, and has really improved in the offseason. So he's been playing him at linebacker some, so we will see how that goes. That is all for today. I apologize. I don't know what my kittens just did. I thought somebody was trying to break in the door. I think the kittens are on the stairwell. So that is it for today. And remember, we will be starting next week. I'll be covering minicamp today and tomorrow with Thursday, giving you some recaps and updates on that. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram, where you will find out that kind of breaking information, like the Roddy White thing. I had that as soon as Roddy announced it, and then the team announced it and the date. But we will be having FalconEyeFootball.com. We'll start having articles soon We'll have Motivation Mondays, Trivia Tuesdays, Throwback Thursdays, and any red hot news. So stay in the fast lane and set your Twitter and Instagram notifications so you don't miss any Falcon news by Falcon Alley or FalconAlleyFootball.com. Rise up, everybody. Falcon Alley out.